Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Josh. In this video, sorry that was an awfully deep breath when we're only 7 seconds in, but in this video I'll be doing a reading for the star sign of Gemini. Remember, it is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. For some of you, a lot of it may make sense, if not all of it. For others, very little may make sense, or none of it. But take what resonates, and what's for you won't go by you. But what was I going to say? Oh, also, this is for November 2019, but if you're watching this outside of November, that is perfectly fine too. Whenever you are guided to watch this reading is when it is meant for you, okay? With that said, let's jump straight into it. So, let's see. Spirit, what messages and guidance do we have for Gemini? What messages and guidance do we have for Gemini for this month of November? What messages and guidance do we have for Gemini for the month of November? What messages and guidance do we have for Gemini for the month of November? Ace of Swords, new beginnings for some of you. We will see what it's about. It could be either new beginnings or cutting cords with something. Okay, Ace of Cups, another ace, and a Five of Swords. Let's see. Okay, so there's our Ace of Swords. Could be about developing a new mindset. You know, it's very mental. It could also be about cutting cords in order to welcome in new beginnings. Ace of Cups, emotional, another new beginning card because it's an ace. So new beginnings again, but this is more of an emotional one. Maybe there's a new relationship coming in, or a new relationship has started, or some sort of something that's emotionally fulfilling is starting for you. It either has started or is going to start. This normally is a card that can signify a relationship coming in. And then Five of Swords. This is very popular today. I actually think this has come out in every reading so far. The two readings I've done before this came out too. Five of Swords. Avoiding something or planning something. Okay? So, and what's underneath? The Tree of Swords, which can be about being in a third-party situation, a situation where there's supposed to be two people and there's actually three. Or it can be about a situation that's weighing heavily on your heart, a decision that needs to be made that's pulling on the heartstrings, or carrying around past pains, past heartaches, past, heartbreaks. So far here. So far off the top of my head, what I would say so far with these cards is Ace of Swords. Gemini, you would really benefit right now from cutting cords with anything from the past that you've been hanging on to that's not really serving you anymore. It is time for the fresh starts. It is time for the new beginnings. It is time to move forward. I feel like this Ace of Swords is also about developing, not for everyone, but a new mindset for some of you. Not completely developing, Rome wasn't built in a day, but trying to take a more positive approach going forward. Trying to, like the, I suppose, is it a falcon in there? Like the falcon, just fly high, look at things from a higher perspective, look at things from above and see how you can really, use the resources you have to your advantage and, to propel yourself forward into a new beginning where you're leaving behind all the past hurts and the past pains and any BS that you had to deal with, that you just letting go and cutting the cords of anything that's holding you back, basically, okay? And then once you have done that, I think our Ace of Cups comes into play then. In order for you to move forward in a love sense or in an emotional, romantic kind of sense, there is stuff from the past that still needs to be cut loose. This is what is getting in the way of a new relationship for you, possibly, Gemini. Not for everyone, but for some of you. You need to look at things from a different perspective and cut ties with the past so that you can welcome in the future. And a part of that future is a new relationship for you, Gemini. But that new relationship, there's not room for it until you release whatever it is from the past that you're holding on to. Sorry. And then with this Five of Swords, I feel like maybe you're avoiding the issues from the past. Maybe you're, you don't particularly like you, maybe you know what it is you have to work through, you know what it is that you need to deal with, but it's just, you're finding it at the moment, it's easier to brush it under the rug and act like it never happened, because sometimes when we have to process emotions that aren't nice, it's just uncomfortable and it can be upsetting, but we have to work through them, so don't avoid the past for too long. Make sure you face it, you confront whatever needs to be confronted, and then cut cords with whatever you don't need from it, so that you can move forward into a new beginning with more emotional fulfillment, and not have to evade anymore. This evasion will turn into planning. Turn this evasion into planning. Turn it from, instead of avoiding stuff, you're planning your way on how you can work through it, how you can work through these things that have been holding you back, how you can work through these past hurts, so that you can move towards a more emotionally fulfilling time frame, a more emotionally fulfilling relationship with someone, maybe. And then I feel like, for some of you, with this Three of Swords being underneath, maybe for some of you the past pain was a third party situation. Maybe you were cheated on, and that's why it's something that's painful to go back to, because that's obviously that's not a nice thing. So obviously it is going to be very painful to deal with that for a lot of people. It's going to be something that it may feel easier to sweep under the rug and ignore, when really it just needs to be faced, because all you're doing is leaving the knives in your heart. You need to take those knives out. You need to work through them and take them out, so that your heart can heal up. Yeah, there's going to be a scar, but the scar is the lesson learned. The scar is, what you learned from the situation, what it taught you. But you don't need to leave the whole knife in there. The past belongs in the past. Keep the lesson, not the whole baggage of it all, okay? Now, again, for all of you, that's not going to resonate necessarily for all of you, okay? But that is one thing. But then, anyway, if that scenario doesn't resonate for you, then it is generally for the rest of you just about things that are, hard decisions from the heart, that are like, you're like being pulled left and you're being pulled right. And it's like, you really just need to sit down, look at things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, get clear on it, and then chop down whatever it is you don't need and move forward with what it is you do need, okay? And it's going to help you be more emotionally fulfilled and possibly attract a love relationship into your life for you, okay? But again, you've got to change this Five of Swords energy, because Five of Swords can be two things. It can be about planning and being cunning, or it can also be about evasiveness, okay? And what you need to do is, I feel like at the moment, you're being evasive of these issues that need to be dealt with. So you need to change the energy of this Five of Swords in your life. You need to benefit from this energy. So what you need to do is stop using the evasive side of the Five of Swords and start using the cunning side of it, the planning side, and plan how you're going to look at things from a different perspective. And, plan how you're going to make room for emotional fulfillment in your life, okay? And now, with that said, 8 minutes in already and I haven't even gotten to the clarifiers yet. I can talk, can't I? Talk for a very long time. Okay, Spirit, clarify the Ace of Swords, please, for Gemini. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Oh, okay. The Emperor. Okay, here's the Emperor, guys. Actually, by the way, I'll just make sure to show you. And we have that with underneath the Ace of Swords, clarifying that. So what I'm going to say is, the Emperor is an authority figure. The Emperor is in charge. Sitting on his throne, knows what he wants. Emperor is also an Aries card. So maybe there's an Aries in your life that this might relate to, but that it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a person. I feel like for the most part, this reading is you. Like this Emperor is you. It is about you needing to take control and get your rightful position on that throne. You need to decide, right, okay, you know what? It's time I take control. I'm in charge. This is my life. I choose how I see things. I choose what perspective, what lens I look through. And I am choosing to see things through a clearer, better lens, from a higher perspective, so that I can get clear on what I need for me, so that I can take control of my life and move forward the way I want to go. You're very empowering. You're like, yeah, you know what? It's time. I'm doing this. I'm going for it. I'm in charge. Everyone, get out of my way. Either help me or leave. You're either coming into this new future with me, this new future of emotional fulfillment, this and planning, you know, or I am taking charge and I am using my Ace of Swords and I am cutting you loose. So you're either with me or you're not, okay? That's kind of like what I'm getting from that. You're really, really taking charge, okay? And if you're not really taking charge, then maybe really taking charge and being a bit more stern with people is what you need to do, okay? Take it how it fits. Take it how it fits. Not going to be for everyone, but we will see. So, clarify the Ace of Cups, please. Clarify the Ace of Cups, Spirit, please, for Gemini. Sorry, just give me 1 second. No. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out. They didn't feel 100% right, but I wanted to make sure I only put them back if they were not for this, and I don't think they were, so we're all good now. But oh. Okay, Queen of Pentacles then, here we have, which is Earth card, Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So Queen of Pentacles is very Pentacles are very material, okay? So our Queen of Pentacles, she's grounded. She likes to spend time in nature, okay? So I'm gonna say for you, in order to embrace the Queen of Pentacles energy, I think you should spend that's what this is about. It's time for you to either you are like this, and you've not been, you know, doing as much of it as you should, like spending time in nature and stuff, or it's saying that maybe you should step into this energy a little bit for your emotional fulfillment. So like maybe you're someone who likes nature and nature is healing and grounding for you. And I feel like that's why it's, you know, the Queen of Pentacles has come up with the Ace of Cups, because it's be like spending time in nature as you know what? My grammar is just not great today. Spending time in nature is like, you know, it's good for you. You know, it rejuvenates, it fills your cup up again, you know? Your cup should be overflowing, because you can't help anyone else off, and you can't help others off of an empty cup, okay? So you've got to make sure your cup is full. So maybe this is about taking some time for you, some time to get grounded, some time to spend time. Giving yourself more time to get outside, spend time in nature, on your own, away from distractions, away from the world, away from the hustle and bustle of life. Just spending that time with you, on your own, trying to communicate with your higher self, maybe do some meditation, do some earthly things, maybe treat yourself. Maybe you've been hard at work even, and you haven't bought yourself something nice in a while. Maybe it's time to treat yourself. I'm actually going to get another clarification card for the Queen of Pentacles, because I feel like there should be a bigger message there that I'm not spotting. So can we get another clarifier there, please? Tree of Wands. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Now that's helping me a bit more now with that. Okay, so also, as well as, I'm still going to stick by that you should get out in nature a bit more and, you know, make sure that you're grounding yourself. But with the Tree of Wands, I'm getting a kind of, you know, this is waiting for your ship to come in, feeling like you've put in the work and now you're waiting for the reward and you're like, when is it going to come? You know, like, where you at? Come along, please. So, like, I feel like, again, Queen of Pentacles is about how, you know, materially, maybe you're a hard worker, you have put in the work, and you're just like, where's the reward though? But don't worry, the reward will come. You're going through a phase of waiting for it now, but it will eventually come when the time is right. Everything happens in divine timing. So, you know, and the reward is obviously, you know, maybe with it being underneath the Ace of Cups, it's like you're kind of at that point where maybe you're ready for another relationship. Love-wise, maybe you're ready for a relationship and you're like, you know, you know, I'm ready. I'm here. I feel like I'm stable. I feel like I'm stable now. You know, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like I'm in a more stable position. I feel like I'm more ready for a kind of a serious commitment now. But where he at though? So like, you know, for some of you that could be the energy there with the Ace of Cups. And like the Ace of Cups is there to say, yeah, don't worry. There is someone there for you. There will be a new relationship for you. But continue to stay grounded. To spend some time outdoors. To spend time doing things you like. To take in earthly pleasures. You know, treat yourself every now and then. while you're waiting for your ship to come in, because it will come in, but focus on you in the meantime. Don't worry too much about the when the ship's going to come. Just focus on you, and before you know it, the ship will be there, okay? Whether that's a man, a woman, some sort of situation, the ship will arrive eventually, okay, when the time is right. Focus on you and focus on being grounded and being one with nature and doing things you enjoy. The Hermit. Okay, there is a phase, there is a time, okay, how do I word this? What way do I want to say it? Yes, so, right, here with the Five of Swords, how I was saying that we're avoiding something, but we need to change that energy, and we need to change it to planning how, being cunning and planning how we can tackle it, how we can work through it, instead of avoiding it. This is where the Hermit's going to come in. It is time to take a step back and look inside yourself. Like, really look in deep, like, meditate. And again, being out in nature will help with this, because, he clear the mind and help, your higher self to communicate with you. But, the Hermit is all about going within. What is it you need? What is it that you can do for you? Who are you? What makes you tick? It's a journey of self-discovery. This is you. This is you with your light. You're holding the light, leading the way. But you're not leading the way to a physical destination. You're leading the way within. You're finding your true self. And that's going to help with that. That's how you're going to overcome what it is you've been avoiding. By going within. And it's not necessarily going to be easy. Going within and healing and going on self-development journeys can be difficult, but you need to go in, you need to set the time aside to do whatever it is for you that helps you go within you, whether it's journaling, whether it's breath work, whether it's meditation, whether it's a combination of, exercise with and throwing in some mental practices as well into your exercising regimes and stuff like that. Whatever way it works for you, but it's time for a journey of self-discovery. And going within will help you discover and work through the things you've been avoiding. And it will also help you embrace the energy of this card in the sense of coming up with new plans. Because you will find more clarity on who you are and what you want. Therefore, that's going to be like, oh, okay, well, actually, I thought I wanted this for my future, but now that I've discovered this about myself and I've come to this conclusion, I actually want to go after that. It'll help you going forward as well. It'll provide you with clarity, but you need to really go within to work through what you've been avoiding. And then, obviously, this card now, then Five of Cups is what was underneath. And this is about, focusing on what you've lost. See here, there's 2 cups standing by, here, standing upright. They're still fine. But there's 3 cups here empty and spilled over. And this is normally the person. This is normally you. This would be you, Gemini, in this case, normally. And you're just so busy focusing on the pain of the past, what you've lost, the opportunities you've missed or not got, that you're failing to see and be completely grateful for what you still have. For those 2 cups that are still there. It's time to kind of stop looking at these. What's done is done. What's gone is gone. Yes, don't brush any emotions under the rug. If you have any emotions that are coming up for you to do with this, to do whatever situation it is that's making you disappointed or feeling depressed or anything like that, deal with the emotions. Don't brush them under a rug. Just like that river in the background. Let the emotions flow. Acknowledge the emotions, do what you need to do for you, and use these emotions to heal. But make sure to turn around and see what you still have. You need to be grateful for what you do have so that you can attract more things to be grateful for. We need to get out of this energy of looking at the past and what we've lost, and we need to look forward to the future with what we have and what we can gain. Okay? That is so important. Now, on to the angel cards. So what's the overlook with the tarot so far? With the tarot so far, what we have, I would say, is, again, I've already touched off, like I said, some of you, third party situation before, that could be relation to cheating, someone cheating, okay? And but also it could just be to do with a tough choice, okay? Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. Cutting out things you no longer need from the past. Looking at things from a different perspective in order to gain emotional fulfillment, in order to move forward into a new relationship or into a new emotionally fulfilling state of being. The Emperor, taking charge of your life, being in control, sitting at the throne that you rightfully deserve. Being in the commanding seat of your own life. The Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Hard working, spending more time in nature, in tune with nature, in tune with the world around you. You know? You like to be outdoors. Spend more time outdoors. You are a hard worker. You like your material things as well. You like your money. You like your possessions, and there's nothing wrong with that. Three of Wands though, maybe you feel like, you've put in the work and now you're waiting for your king, your other half, whoever, to come in, or you're waiting for the emotionally fulfilling reward. But before that comes in, and it will come in, but before that comes in, it really is time to deal with whatever it is you've been avoiding. It is time to go in on a journey of self-discovery, of meditation, and so on, so that you can come up with a new plan, so that you can stop focusing on the past hurts and the past pains, and you can focus on what you still have and what you do have to be grateful for, and so you can move forward and manifest even more things to be happy and grateful for. Okay? That is the gist so far. Now, Archangels, what guidance and messages do you have for Gemini? What guidance and messages, Archangels, do you have for Gemini? Okay, there's our first card. Courage, lovely. Courage is also, for me, courage, even with the Oracle card, it's a Leo card for me because of the lions in the background. I always associate it with Leo. But, so be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Again, coming out underneath the Emperor and the Ace of Swords. Have the courage, remember when it comes to the Ace of Swords, not only having the courage to look at things from other perspectives, but also having the courage to, like I said, cut things out that are not in sync with your future. Cut out people that are not supporting you or that are bad for you. Whatever you need to cut out, you grab that sword and you get rid of it. This is your time to take charge. It is your life. So be courageous and embrace the energy of courage and the Emperor. Embrace the energy of taking charge, sitting in the throne. You've got this. What's the word? Yeah, just trust, have faith, basically. Have the courage and take control, because you're entitled to be in control of your own life. Why wouldn't you be? You know? You know what to do. You know what it is, that's what this is about. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You know what it is that you need to work on, I think, Gemini, for most of you. Most of you know exactly what it is from the past that you're carrying around, exactly who it is you need to cut out, or exactly what situation it is that you need to bring to an end. You know what it is, and you know what you need to do. You've just not done it yet. Most of you know. So simple and straightforward this card is. It's literally, you know what you have to do. And it's time to do it. It's time to have that courage so that you can take those action steps. It's time to take charge, take control of your life, take control of your situation, or whatever it is. Because you know what you need to do, so you just got to do it. You got to have that courage to do it. To do the inner work, to do the cutting off of any cutting of any cords, energetic cords from the past, any people out of your life that are not supportive or that are not nice to you. You know, life is too short to have fake friends and to put ourselves in fake circumstances. Counselor, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Okay, so for some of you, a lot of you maybe, you may be someone that people come to for guidance and for help when they're stuck in a rut. But you have to remember that you also need to be there for yourself. Don't take on everyone else's problems and forget about your own. Okay? So I feel like in this situation, while yes, it is so good to be supportive, and that is such a great way to be, it is brilliant to support your friends, support your family, support other people, and be, a shoulder to lean on. But make sure that you have a shoulder to lean on as well. Make sure that you have someone to go to. Make sure you have a counsellor, that you can rely on, a friend, or even an actual counsellor, Also, I feel like, this can link in as well with our Hermit. You're going on your journey of self-discovery. Okay, you gotta look within for answers and find out what makes you tick, and what's best for you, and how you can work through any emotions that need to be dealt with and healed. So maybe it's time now. It's time to be your own counselor. It's time to focus on you. Take a step back into you. Don't be as concerned with other people as much. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do for you, because sometimes people go around helping other people so much so that they don't have to deal with their own issues and their own problems. But we can't truly help anyone else until we've helped ourselves. So by running around helping people when we're not healed ourselves, we're not really doing much help, are we? So make sure to do that for you. And then, like, this perfectly adds up, but I was just looking underneath life review. Okay? Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Again, back to like what I said, it's time to really take a step back, do your self-discovery journey, figure out what it is you need in your life, what it is you don't need. What is it in your life, or what people or situations are you allowing in your life that are healthy for you and what are unhealthy? You really need it. It's a detox time, Gemini. It's a detox time. You really need to cut out all the bad stuff so that you can make more room for the good stuff, okay? I feel like those of you that do go on this journey of self-discovery and that do start looking within and doing more meditation work or whatever, practices suit you best, it's going to be very enlightening for you, and you're going to make some really big changes. But you really do need to have the courage to take charge and get rid of anything that doesn't serve you, and it might not be easy to do that. Sometimes there's some things we know we need to let go of and we don't want to, but holding on is just like, it's just like hanging on to the blade of a sword. It's just going to keep slicing through your hand until you let go. So, let's see. That was our messages from the Archangels, and now we're going to get Archangel Raphael and the Healing Angels. What messages do you have? What message and guidance do you have for our Geminis? Freedom. Okay. Oh, quick in my neck. Freedom. Yeah, so it's time to break free. And it's underneath again the Emperor and the Courage card. You need to have the courage to stand up for yourself, to stand your ground, to go after what you want. You need to break free from the limitations that you've set on yourself and the limitations that you allow other people to set on you. Okay? You need to break free from everyone else and all their BS. You need to stop worrying about what society thinks and what society wants, and start, being you. Who are you? Being your own person. Being free from all these limiting beliefs and just embracing you. And it's as simple as that. Well, I know it's not a simple thing to do. It's hard work, but that's just break free. Do what's right for you in your heart space and with your intuition and what your gut tells you to do. Don't be so worried about what other people do and what other people think and what other people say. What other people think is not your business. Even if it's about you, it's not your business. That's their problem. So don't worry yourself about it. Break free from all these things that are holding you back or holding you down. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, too many there. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah, that explains, yeah. Spiritual growth just fell out. Okay, spiritual growth. And now that really doesn't surprise me, because I do feel, like I said, this inner discovery, this self-discovery journey, if you do go on it, like I said, it is going to make so many changes for you. And of course, spiritual growth will be one of them, because, inner journeys, dealing with our inner demons and our inner emotions and healing is the spiritual thing to do. So, if you do decide to do the work on yourself, you will grow and change and shift for the better. And I'm telling you, I promise you one thing. You won't be able to go back to the way things were before when you start to see the changes. You won't, not even that you won't be able to, because you don't want to. You won't want to. So let's see. One more card for Gemini, please. Can we get one more card for Gemini? One more card for Gemini, please. Messages or guidance for Gemini. Messages or guidance for Gemini. Can I get one more card, please? Another message. Some guidance for Gemini. I would like if the angels could hurry on and give me a card, please, because my phone's going to die soon, and I don't want it to die in the middle of this recording. Thank you. Body care. Okay, make sure you're taking care of your body. And, you know, make sure you're eating healthy. We all like a snack. We all like to treat ourselves. We all like to eat some junk food every now and then, but make sure you're not getting, you know, too carried away. Your gut is like your second brain. Your mental health can be very much affected by what you're eating and putting into your body. But also make sure that you're just taking care of yourself in all ways. Like, you know, remember it's important to taking care of yourself mentally, you know, on mind, body and a soul level. You know, all three of them need to be kept in balance and entwined with each other for us to be truly healthy. So make sure that you're, you know, that you're eating the right foods for you, that you're getting enough vitamins, that, you know, that you're getting enough, maybe take stuff like probiotics, you're getting enough sleep. That's a part of your body care as well. You know, that showering, all of that. Just make sure to take care of yourself, of your body. When we take care of our body, we feel so much better in ourselves. Do you exercise more? You know, do you like exercising? Well, then there you go. Get that little bit extra in. Okay. I actually didn't mean to shuffle there, but I know what card was underneath it because I saw it a minute ago. So we'll get that back. But I suppose there was probably a reason I shuffled. So now that I've shuffled there, we had the friendship card. So remember that, you know, your friends are always there for you. So if you do, so it might be a good idea. Maybe spend more time with friends. Maybe you've been like hiding a little bit, or like not being out and about as much. Maybe meet up with a friend for a coffee here or there, you know, or for tea or something, you know, just do something small and nice to get out of the house and spend some time with friends and have a catch up. But anyway, the one that was originally underneath was healing. So again, fits in perfectly with this reading, because this whole reading is about self-discovery and healing and bettering yourself. Not for anyone else, bettering yourself for you, to increase the quality of your own life, you know? So, working through what it is, and that's what this hermit journey will do for you. If you look within and journal and meditate and do whatever it is you need to do, there's so many different practices you can do. It will be healing. Such a big healing journey. I'm actually excited for you, because it's not necessarily going to be easy. There probably will be tears and realizations and so many, like, you know, like mind-boggling and mind-blowing moments, but ultimately it is worth it. I promise. 100% promise. Best thing that ever happened in my life was also, you know, the thing that sent me down this road was like one of the worst things ever for me at the time. But I would never change it, because at the same time it's the best thing that ever happened to me, because it got me to where I am now. And I can't imagine, you know, who I'd be without my spiritual practice. So I'm very glad, you know, oftentimes what leads us to be awakening to who we are, or awakening spiritually, or, you know, discovering more about ourselves and having a better quality of life. Normally what triggers that is something like really, you know, that you find catastrophic at the time and really, really upsetting and really tears things apart, and it feels like things are falling apart. Oh, we're about to run out of battery, so I'm gonna need to shut up. Archangel Michael cards. But yeah, like, so what can feel like the worst thing can be the most eye-opening and best thing for you. Okay, Archangel Michael card, please, before my phone dies. I need to stop recording. Okay, take your time making this decision. Everyone's getting that. Take your time with decisions at the moment. Maybe that's a Mercury retrograde thing. Everyone has gotten that so far, I'm sure. So don't make any rushed decisions. Be patient and be easy with yourself so that you make the right decision. One more card, please. Oh, whoa. Okay, decide to be happy now when the situation is already resolved. Something you're worrying about, there's no need to worry about it. Everything is going to be okay. Just decide to be happy now, do the best you can with the current circumstances, and everything will be fine, okay? Don't worry too much, and respect yourself. Do what you need to do for you. Don't let other people, you know, cross your boundaries. Make sure you have healthy boundaries in place. And okay, now I know that last bit seems very rushed, but it's either that or no Gemini reading, because my phone's going to die and it won't save this video if it does. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry about that rushing just there. Lots of love, light and blessings to all of you. I hope this reading was helpful for you and it resonated. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. Lots of love. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, peace out.